let's talk about Korean dramas. Today we'll be talking about K-dramas. Anity, I've seen Kuti. Many Zimbabweans, they love Korean dramas. They watch Korean dramas and they love particularly Boys Over Flowers. Everyone knows Boys Over Flowers. And a guy called Emino, well known as Kujumpyeong. Anity. Well, did you know, Kuti, if you go to Korea and say, my favorite Korean drama is Boys Over Flowers, you might be talking to yourself because in Korea, no one remembers Boys Over Flowers. And then if you say, my favorite actor is Emino, which many people would want to say Lee Emino, which is wrong. But anyway, if you say that, they would think, who is that? And they'll be like, oh, that guy. Yes, he's well known, but something like 10-15 years ago, that's when he was popular. Okay, anyway, going straight to the point. Now see, let's talk about Korean dramas. So there are things which Korean dramas get right about Korea, and there are things which those dramas get completely wrong about Korea, right? So today I'll be sharing some of the things which those dramas get right for Korea. And I've been to Korea, I've lived in Korea for a short period though, but I understand the Korean culture. I've seen, so firstly, let's say the respect that you see in Korean dramas, and using the honorifics, the hierarchy, respecting your seniors, or that bowing, those kind of things. That's right about Korea. That's very true. Even in real life, those are the things that even if you go to Korea, you have to adhere to. That you have to do that. You understand? So when you address people who are senior to you, older, you have to use respect. You have to bow. When you greet people, you go like, what? Okay, let me show you. How do you do it? What? 안녕하세요. 보이나? 안 보이지? 아이씨. 아무튼. Okay. 그다음 the Korean food culture. I mean, if you watch any Korean drama, you see people eating. They'll be eating. I mean, always. And every time you see they're eating, they're drinking, they're eating, they're drinking. That's true about Korea as well. Because in Korea, they eat a lot. They enjoy eating out with friends, with colleagues, family. It's kind of they enjoy eating and they love eating. And we have variety of Korean foods, right? Kimchi, which is well known with many people. But I think many people they say they like kimchi because they have never tasted it. If you taste kimchi, you'll be saying something else. I personally love it. Well, Korea has got a lot of foods, and they do love eating. And ramyeon, of course, they do eat a lot of ramyeon. That one you eat anytime. Yeah, the food culture. That's true about Korea. And 그다음 세 번째, the work and the school pressure. If you watch those dramas where people they have the pressure to go to school, to perform well at work, they are running, they are rushing. That's true about Korea. That part is true. In real life, education, school in Korea, they value education a lot. That students, they don't even have free time. They don't have time to play. You understand? They study close to 12 hours a day. They study. They do study. Here in Zimbabwe, we call them extra lessons. They do those. School, that pressure, that's real. That's true about Korea. Down, fashion and appearance. And you've noticed that even the boys, they do makeup. And yeah, they do. The Korean boys, they even do makeup. They take care of their hair, their hairstyle, their clothing, their fashion. That's very true. I have a friend of mine who I used to share a room with. His name is so his name is Drew Ho. I hope he doesn't watch this video. So every morning you wake up, you find Joe standing before the mirror, right, doing this. I see no different holding that scissors, trying to trim his hair, and they don't keep the beard like we do. Yeah, they don't. Anyway, they are so particular about fashion. The girls, the size of skirts, the fashion, the trending fashion, they are so particular about fashion. They want to look neat, presentable. That's true about Korea. And even I'm sure you've seen the fashion, the trend. The fashion trends a lot in Korea, and it's always changing. It changes through drama, through K-pop. I'm sure you understand that is true about Korea. Now let's move to what those Korean dramas get absolutely completely wrong about Korea. And the first one, those romance scenes, those love scenes that you see, like people, they bump into each other, they fall in love by that, they looking at each other, and you're like, oh, they fall in love. You know what I mean? You find this in almost every romance drama. Yeah, it could be the spilling of coffee on someone, and then people are like, oh, takatrikayo, and then they fall in love. Nah, that's drama. That's drama. It's exaggerated. It is exaggerated, trust me. And another point, the CEO, the son of the CEO, or the CEO and the poor girl falling in love. I go, that's drama. I mean, that's exaggerated. Well, for entertainment sake, I mean, I've seen people, they love these things, they love these type of dramas, but that's exaggeration. The poor girl there's a big difference between the rich and the poor people. In the society, in the community, there is a big difference. They are most likely never gonna meet poor and the rich. You understand? So that's just drama. That part is exaggerated. Trust me, it is. This part as well, the wealth, the rich, the luxurious lifestyle, this illusion, that's an illusion that the Korean dramas gives to people. In Korea, many people, they live in small apartments. Well, of course, in general, the country in general is beautiful. They have those big apartments, but within those big apartments, people that are living in small spaces, their rooms are very small. I mean, yeah, because it's so expensive. Not anyone can afford those luxurious houses, those ones you see in drama. That one is exaggerated. The expensive cars, not everyone can afford. When you watch the dramas, it seems as if everyone is rich. You understand? But man, it's people, they do live, and they do have the rural areas as well. But the rural areas are not as rural as Africa. Not, yeah. If you are from this side, from here, if I tell you go to this rural area, you will say no. You will say I'm lying. But not everyone lives those luxurious. And one thing that I'm against with those Korean dramas, the foreigners part, the foreigners experience is missing in those dramas. And you end up going to Korea, or you end up thinking, if you are in Korea, what you see in dramas is what will be happening to you. No, it's different. As a foreigner, you could experience something different from what you see in dramas. Yeah, that part is missing, and I'm against that actually. Because when you go to Korea, now you think you are going to bump into some guy, some oppa is going to approach you, and no, because in those Korean dramas, they are not showing you the language barrier. They are not showing you the cultural misunderstandings. So you end up thinking you just blend in. No, you go there, you find their language barriers, you cultural misunderstandings, cultural shocks from both sides. Anyway, right? So that part is missing. They don't show it in Korean dramas, right? Which I'm against drama. So that's why I'm telling you, these are things that you should know, and you even stop thinking Korea to be what it is in dramas. Some parts are true, some parts are not. Korean dramas, they are emotionally true, but not always practically true. That's Korean drama. So basically that's it about Korean dramas, and I'm not saying stop watching Korean dramas, continue, watch them, but do not mistake them for reality. You just have to enjoy, that's entertainment, you enjoy, but don't think that's Korea, that's yeah, some parts are true, some are not. So enjoy Korean dramas, but also learn the reality, the truth about Korea. Yes.